nobody ever fucking does. Yeah, nobody ever wants to stop when they come out of here. No, you can actually go that way. That makes it a lot easier, but... Alright, everybody, it's my favorite time of the night. It's that time when I get, done with work. And we do that thing called the drive home with Claus. The drive home with Jaxamous Claus. That's what we're doing it. So, it may not look like you can see me, but you can see my face, and that's pretty much all that matters. It's a drive home with Claus. Sometimes we do this because, we just turn the camera on and it's an hour drive and we're just going home and we don't really have any passengers in the van. We don't really have any reason to pick up anybody. So I just drive home because, I didn't really, I didn't really want to go to Terminal 1. Well, I'm going to get over here because this egg timer over here doesn't want to go 63 miles an hour, so let's just get over here so we can start fucking moving, because nobody wants to go down the fucking road. Everybody wants to take their sweet ass fucking time. Well, anyway, I'm driving down one of your famous roads here in Minnesota, 494. So, yeah. It's the drive home with Jaxamous. It's the drive home with Berserker Claus on the Berserker Claus show. I'm driving, car's in a hands-free device. I'm flying down the road going 64 miles an hour in a 60. Got somebody who's following behind me. He was riding up my ass like Seabiscuit earlier, so now he thinks he can just fucking make me feel better by flashing me and telling me that I can get over, and he wants me to feel better, but I don't want him to feel better. I want him to go fuck off, because every goddamn time I drive down the road, especially at nighttime, I really like Minnesota here, but it's just one of those times where I needed to just take a break and go off and do what I can. So I'm using this program, Prism Live. I used it before, and I really liked it a lot. It was a really great program. It was really fun to use. The only thing is that I gotta clear out some stuff on my files, because if you don't clear it out, what happens is it gets kind of full, and it kind of makes you feel like you missed some things. But she's a very windy one today right now. The van feels like a giant windsock right now. It's getting blown all over the place, and I'm on my way home. Another long day. Friday today coming up, getting ready to kick back and enjoy the weekend. Like I said, I'm going to finish that Over the John cabinet, and then I'm going to do some work around the house this weekend before we go up to the Minnesota After Dark car show on Saturday. Watch the Minnesota After Dark podcast. But I just am having one of those nights. It's a long night. It's tiring. I gotta pee. I did pee. I took care of it already. Went and got gas. And I'm on my way back to the office. Somebody will be down there at 4:30 to pick up passengers, so I really didn't have anybody to pick up, and I didn't really check the terminals because, well, there's somebody going to be there at 4:30, so it's not the end of the world. I mean, somebody can pick up people if they want to, and I don't want to take anybody's passengers away from them. Somebody will be there at 4:30. Yeah. I just told to turn and burn and go home, because I probably only have an hour left, because, I'm supposed to be going home after this, So, but, I was thinking about something that just totally crossed my mind. I was thinking about some things, you know, and I don't really understand what goes on in the minds in the what goes on in the mindset of a lot of people, you know, like if they lived in a world that had music for everything. Imagine living in a world where instead of regular talking, we sung. So like, you know, it'd be like, I'm off to school today because I have to and it's okay. And then like your mom would message back, okay, Johnny, have fun going to school. See you when you get home. You know, like that. I mean, imagine if we sung instead of spoke, you know? Like, everything we did was in song, you know? And sometimes I wonder, too, you know, people don't have a very good, like, suspenseful music when they're driving. Like, they don't have, like a driving song, you know? Like, if you're driving really aggressive, like something from Fast and the Furious, you want something like, you know, like, well, maybe if you were like a metalhead, you would want to listen to something that was like hardcore and metal and, you know, scream until your heart's content, you know, or whatever. But then imagine just like driving and then all of a sudden you go from Welcome to the Jungle to like rainbows, lollipops, and like, I mean, imagine if some yeah, like your hardcore driving song became like a fruity Pebbles kind of like cool song, you know. I told this girl one time I was a serial killer, and I was like, yeah, I love Captain Crunch. But it ruins the roof of my mouth. Yeah, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings tonight. I went to Buffalo Wild Wings, had fucking Wild Wings by myself. I'm really getting tired of that fucking eating by myself shit. But, you know, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings before one time, and I got turned down by a blind girl. I mean, how the fuck do you get turned down by a blind girl? I mean, you know, the one thing that I hate the most about online dating, especially Facebook, is that there are so many fucking profiles on Facebook of people that are not even fucking legit. They're not real. They're guys living in a bunker in Kenya posting up chicks that are hot and, you know, good looking, and then a guy will be like, oh, I like her, and then they'll be like, yeah, whatever, and everything else. That's what happens to me 90% of the time. I get friend requests from people that I do not fucking know, and I don't understand why they message me, and then I ask them to video chat, and then they're like, oh, give me your direct, I'll give you my direct number so that we can chat on WhatsApp or whatever. No, there's an app called Facebook Messenger for a fucking reason. We stay on Facebook Messenger, it's got a video camera on it, and you video chat with me. That's what we do. That's like meeting in a bar, okay? You don't have me download another fucking app to fucking talk to you. If you are a legitimate person, you will use Facebook Messenger, and you will talk to me on Facebook Messenger. Capiche? Got that? Because I don't understand why people can't use Facebook Messenger to talk to people. Why do you need to download all these fucking other apps? WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal. What the fuck? Just use Messenger. You fucking friend requested me. So if you want to talk to me, then use Messenger. Don't make me jump through fucking hoops just to fucking meet you. That's bullshit. I would never do that to you. You know? I would never do that to you. Because the thing is that what I use, I'm legit. Yes, my last name may be Claus. My last name may be Claus. But you know what? I'm real, motherfuckers. Yes, I'm the OG Camo Claus. I'm about as real as a wet fart in church. Okay? I'm about as real as apple pie. Yes, I am so mad, and I am swearing because the thing is that I don't understand why people can't just be legit. Can't be real people. You know, I saw this girl on Vikings and Shield Maidens. It's a webpage that I'm part of because I just happen to be a fan of Norse mythology. I like Vikings. I actually think it's a really cool way of life. I like paganism. I like Norse mythology. And I like the way it is. But I still believe in Christianity too. I still believe in God. And I also believe in Odin. But when you see girls on there and they post messages and they say, "Hi from Norway," and they're holding a sword or they're holding something and then they got flames behind them, it kind of looks like a little bit fake, okay? But then when you click on their profile and they have the blue check mark next to their name, yes, you have the blue check mark next to your name. So you're legit. And I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry that I said that you might be a guy living in a bunker in Kenya. But I have been ghosted and catfished and hurt. And I've spent money. I've given people money. I've helped people out. Because I think they need it more than I do. But you want to know something? I got hurt. I got ghosted. I got catfished. I've been lied to. I actually clicked on a video chat one time, and it was a guy in a bunker in Kenya. It was a black dude. So, you want to know something? It happens. But the thing is that I want to meet somebody who lives in my town, where I'm from, St. Cloud, Minnesota, at a bar, and be happy, or meet them somewhere in St. Cloud. Because I want to be with them face to face. I want to make friends. I want to, be around people and be legit. You know? That's what I want to be, man. I don't want to be some has-been splash in the pan that's never going to happen, that's never going to go anywhere. I'm Jaxamous Frosty Claus, aka Camo Claus, the one and only. No one else is called Camo Claus. Because you know what? I came up with it 13 years ago. I came up with it 13 years ago. You can't take it from me. It's my thing. I have the rights to it. I have the original outfit to it. I have all the stuff that shows that I've been playing Camo Claus for the last 13 years. So you can't touch it. You can't take it from me. And when I get this divorce finalized, when the paperwork finally comes through and I pay the money to get this divorce finalized, I am going to be Jaxamous Frosty Claus, aka Camo Claus. And I'm going to be that way. You know what? I'm sorry if it pisses somebody off that I'm not a craning anymore. But you want to know something? Nobody seemed to like me when I was a craning anyway. Like, you find out who your fucking friends are. And I was talking about this on the podcast earlier today. You find out who your friends are. You find out what's been going on in your life. Over the years of my life, I have realized to myself, that where are all your friends? You have people who like you. You have people who message you and say, hey, what's up and what are you up to and what you doing? And they talk to you and they always come through when you're on a video. That's if they see it, okay? That's if they see your live video. Now, Brendan, he always comes online, okay? Brendan's always on. I mean, people see that I come on, and then they're like, oh, Jack's on, he went live, but then they just kind of bypass it and whatever, you know? But that's okay. At least they acknowledge the fact that it's live, or they just take a look at it and go, whatever. Now, you know, I have been trying to be myself. I've been trying to be legit, be myself, be normal, and trying to be happy for the last, I don't know, 4 years of my life. I've been trying to be happy. I mean, I was with Joe, but we separated a year and 7 months ago. Yeah. We've been separated now for almost a year and 7 months. Yeah. Since October. You know? And I don't have anything wrong with Joe. But for some odd reason, she thinks that I bash the hell out of her on these lives. And I don't. I don't bash her at all. No. I don't bash her at all. I want her to figure out what she wants to do. I mean, I submitted paperwork to her. I told her that, hey, you know, she needed to figure this out. And she said that she has to pay for it. Well, if she's done with the paperwork, she can give me the paperwork on a day that I'm off, or she can give it to me. And all I have to do is just take it to the courthouse and submit it. And then the judge will go over it, and then he'll stamp it with his little freaking notary thing and say, okay, you say that you don't want, you know, anything from him, and he says he doesn't want anything from you. He just wants you to get your shit together like you want him to get his shit together. Okay? And then they notarize it. I get what I want, she gets what she wants, and then we're done. But I don't have anything against Joe. I think she's a great person. I think she's a cool person. I wish that we could still be friends. But she can't even look me in the eye and talk to me because she's so upset with me, or I did something so bad to her that it caused nothing but problems. But I really have no clue what the hell I did, except for be myself. You know? If I can't be in a committed relationship, it's probably because I didn't see that there was any reason for us to be together. Because one, if I sat here and told a person I loved him all the time, and they only said it a couple of times back to me, it gets kind of old after a while. I mean, I've always said to Joe that I love her. I've always said to her that I'm a part of her life, that I'm always there for her, and everything else. And what does she do? She totally blows me off and makes me feel like I don't matter. And I don't have any disrespect for her, but if she never liked it in the first fucking place, or she was never happy, then why did she put forth all the effort to come over here? Because the thing is, I say this because here's the thing. We both should have noticed if something wasn't right about the relationship, then why did we go on any further? Why did we, do the things we did? This is what happens when you date somebody. I mean, we didn't date, we Skyped. That's what we did. We Skyped. So, yeah, we Skyped with each other. We talked to each other. We didn't date each other. We didn't actually physically go out on a date and have coffee or talk about things or anything. We just dated. Or we just basically got together when she came here and saw me. And I loved Jo. Dude, I loved her. And I still do. I still have feelings for her. Because she's a great person. But she never will take a compliment from anybody that is me. She'll never take a compliment from me. You know, I'll tell her that she was good. I'll tell her that she was great. You know, but everything that I ever said negative about her, that wages more than the positive stuff. Yeah. The positive stuff is what always gets pushed under the rug. The negative stuff is what she notices more than anything in the world. You know? I have faults. Yes, I have faults, and I acknowledge my faults. I know what my problem is. I'm a narcissistic person because I like things when it's me. That's why I like being camo claws. I like being myself around people. And if you don't like this person, if you don't like the guy that I am, then you know what? Fuck off. Go be with yourself. But every time, I was always me. I never was anybody else. I never acted like anybody else. I never did any fucking, you know, I never tried to be somebody else. I always been me. Okay? I may use lines from movies from other characters, but I'm doing it in my kind of style of voice. I'm doing it my way. Because the thing is I want to do it my way. You know? But I have never, ever in my life hated anybody else. I don't hate people. I love people. I try to get people to actually be positive and feel like they matter. I mean, okay, some people, when they hear somebody speaking a different language, or when they don't understand English, what they do, they fucking don't talk to them. Or they try real hard to figure out something. You know what I do? I throw the translator on my phone. Yeah. I throw the translator on my phone and I say, hey, my name is Jack. Hablo, what are you speaking? Like, what language do you speak? And if they go Cantonese, or Japanese, or Ukraine, or Spanish, or whatever, I try to find it in my phone so that I can do stuff for them to make them feel like they matter. I don't want somebody to feel left out. It's stupid. I don't want somebody to just feel like, okay, I'm not going to talk to you because you come from another country. That's fucked up. Because I want people to feel like they matter. But then when I make you feel like you matter, don't fucking treat me like garbage. You know? I try to have conversations with people all the time. Because the thing is that I want to conversate with people. I want to love people. You know? When it comes to women, you know, yeah, I'd like to see myself with a nice woman. But the thing is, every time they take a look at me, they think I'm some fucking douchebag. They think I'm some asshole. Because I play Santa Claus, or I play Santa's cousin, they think that I'm just some kind of, like, you know, giant fucking loser. Some people think it's cool. Other people think it's weird. They think I should be locked up in a mental institution. Well, you know what? There are a lot more people who are a lot more weirder than I am. But the one thing about me is that, you know, I don't ever want somebody to feel lonely. I don't want somebody to feel like the Eeyore in the room. Or or feel like they're left out. Basically like they don't fucking matter. Because sometimes in my life, I feel like I don't matter to anybody. You know, every time I go someplace, you know, I walk up to somebody and have a conversation to them. But sometimes I feel like when I walk up to somebody, they don't want to talk to me. I'm like, you know what? Fine, you don't want to talk to me. I don't know what I did, but let me know what I did. at least, answer me this. Why do you feel like, why do you say that you feel threatened by me, or that you feel like I'm a problem because you don't know me? Well, you want to know something? To get to know somebody, you got to talk to them. You can't just fucking say, oh, I don't want to talk to you because I don't know you. You know what, motherfucker? I'm an open book. And you can talk to me about anything. That's what I say to everybody. I'm like, look, you can talk to me about a lot of things. I'll talk to you. I'll have a conversation with you. Because the thing is I'm not afraid to meet people. I'm not afraid to walk up to you and have a conversation with you. Because the one thing is you get to know people by talking to them. And that's how I met people. That's how I met people from Minnesota After Dark. I walked up to them, had a conversation with them. Do they like me? That's their damn choice. They can like me if they want to. There's some members who like me. There's some members who think I'm really cool. There's other members who think I'm really loud. But you want to know something? I have every single one of their backs if they ever fucking need anything. If they want to come talk to me and they want to say, hey, I'm lonely, I want a friend, I want to talk to somebody, I'll be there if I'm not working. But you got to understand, I work 90% of the time, bro. I'm always working. And the reason why I'm always working is because I have a life to live. I'm a 45-year-old man who lives, dies, and breathes every day like it's his last day on this earth, because he obviously thinks that nobody cares about him anymore. Yes. My wife left me. My wife left me because I went to St. Cloud to better myself, because she didn't want to be left alone. But she wasn't left alone. No. I moved to St. Cloud, which was only 90 miles away from her, or which is only like 61 miles away from her, or 55 miles away from her is how far I live. I live 55 miles away from her in a house by myself, pay my own rent, take care of my own shit, and pay my own bills. And you want to know something? I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm happy. I do what I got to do to survive, but I'm alone. I lay in my bed at night, sitting there, crying, hating myself because I don't have the love of a woman in my life anymore. And I think to myself, I'm never going to get another woman. I don't think I'm ever going to have another woman. And you want to know why? Because I'm fucking cursed. Because I fucking ruined it with Joe. I think I ruined it with Joe. I think I did something so fucking bad to her that she can't even fucking, that she can't even fucking look me in the eye, or people can't even look me in the eye. Women can't even look at me anymore. I try to be nice to women, especially on the bus. I work for a company called Groom Transportation. I talk to people because I love people. I don't hide. I don't sit there and away from people. I talk to people because I want to have a conversation with you. I don't want anything else from you. There's a girl that came back to Madden's Resort. Her name's Christina Hines. She used to work at Madden's last year, and I was friends with her. Well, we hung out, and she was working at Madden's. She was a great person, really nice girl, beautiful as hell. Yeah, beautiful as hell. But she expects me to pay for everything for her. Her cell phone bill. She wants me to buy shit for her kids in Jamaica. No, you gold digging bitch. I'm not going to give you any money. Marcella. Marcella is a girl who works at Breezy Point. I don't know much about her. I dated her, we talked, we went out on dates, and she said that all I am is a friend. Okay? But then you talk to me about a green card, and you talk to me about, being a citizen. I'm not getting you citizenship. Unless you fucking date my ass or you want to get married to me and I get screwed over again, fine. I'll take it. I mean, shit. I've already given one person a green card. Why can't I give another person a green card? I mean, everybody breaks my heart. But I don't want to be a guy who is hurt all the time or feels like nobody gives a shit about him. You know? I sit here every day. I go to work Monday through Friday. I live my life. I put in an hour, 110, 120, 113, 115 hours every 2 weeks. You know, time and a half would be a nice thing. $18 to $22 an hour would be a nice thing. But you want to know something? I still come to work. I still do what I got to do because I love the company. It's a great company. I have nothing but respect for Groom. I love Groom. Yes. I love the company. You cut me open and I bleed green. Because I love Groom. You know, I put the time and effort in to do what I got to do for the company, and I love it. But you have got to understand, though, there are things in this world that people do because people have to do them. And I love the company so much that I bend over backwards for this company all the time. I take people wherever they need to go to. The one thing is, I didn't have anybody to pick up from the airport. I only had 30 minutes, I only have an hour to get back until I'm over my hours of operation. So I don't want to get myself into trouble. So that's why I turned and burned and went home. You know? Because the thing is there'll be somebody going down to the office or going down to the thing at 4:30. There's somebody down there to pick them up. So they don't need me taking their passengers. No. I took my 7 passengers down there and I dropped them off at the airport. Now I'm on my way home because I'm going home and I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. And then I'm getting ready to do this again tomorrow because I love this job today. I mean, I'm going to do it today because I love doing this job. I don't have any setbacks or any reasons why I hate this job. I don't hate this job. No. Groom lets me be myself. Groom lets me be who I want to be. The only thing that I also want to be is camo claws. And I want to get my stuff set up to be camo claws. I also want to do the Berserker Claws podcast or the Berserker Claws show, TV show. Because, like I said, a long time ago, there was a movie that came on TV, or that came out. It was called Ed TV. I talk about this religiously because I love that movie. It starred Matthew McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, a group of other actors that I don't really know, but it's a love story. It's a story about a guy who gets paid by a TV company to walk around and film him every day. But they can't film him going to the bathroom, or they can't film him in the shower. But I mean, they can't film the nudity atmosphere, but they can film him just being himself in his everyday habitat. He goes to hockey games. He talks to his brother. You know, his brother's really big on working out, getting in shape and everything. Okay, but see, the one thing you gotta understand about me is I do have a family. I have a mom and dad, you know, but I don't see them much. I don't see my mom and dad much. And if I do see my mom and dad, I do see them when it's my terms. Because I don't really see my parents because, one, I'm not really wanting to be associated with the creating family. Because I'm just not that kind of a person. My middle sister, she's got her problems. And she's got her family to deal with. So, if you want to talk to her, talk to her. My older sister doesn't even give me a chance. Has she ever called me? Has she ever talked to me? Has she ever said anything to me? No. I always have to make the effort to call her. So you want to know something? My family doesn't really seem like they like me. They belittle my ass. They belittle me. They talk down to me. I mean, Katie's the only one that seems to really give me a chance, but now she's kind of doesn't talk to me anymore, and that's all on her, you know? But I'll talk to her whenever she wants to talk to me. Some people just have to make an effort. I'm tired of making the connection. I'm tired of being the one that always comes up and says, oh, hey, I'll talk to you. But the reason why I do these videos, I do these podcasts, or I do these kinds of things is because, one, I want you guys to understand that there's a guy behind this, and this guy has a life. And this guy lives his life, and he wants people to be a part of his life because, you know what? He's cool. But I don't understand why there's always got to be negative people who are trying to get into my life and, you know, and make me feel down all the time. I am a positive person. I would have loved to have been on a show called The Jersey Shore a long time ago. Because I would have loved to have been a part of that show. But I'm not a Guido. No, I'm not a Guido. I'm not a person from the Jersey Shore. I just love people. That's what I love doing. I used to want to go, when I lived in Virginia, I wanted to drive up to New Jersey just to see if they were filming on the seaside beach. Yes. I used to be a Jersey Shore stalker is what I was. I used to go up to Jersey Shore all the time, or tried to, on my days off, to go see if they were filming so I could be a part of the show. Yeah. But every time I ever had time to go up there, they stopped filming, the show was over, and everybody was on their way home or gone. I love the Jersey Shore. I love all the people on the show. I would love to meet Mike the Situation. I would like to meet JWoww. I would like to meet Ronnie. I would like to meet Angelina, Dina, Snooki, Sammy. You know, all these people, because the reason why, Vinny and Paulie, is because the reason why is, dude, I love people. Yes, I am not afraid to meet somebody. I'm not afraid to talk to somebody. I'll have a conversation with you. I used to do that when I was a little kid in Washington, D.C. I was like 5, 6 years old age. I would walk up to somebody, have a conversation. Because I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid if somebody was going to grab me and take my ass somewhere. I mean, I'm the kind of kid that, you know, embarrassed the hell out of my parents enough so that I would push the fire door because I was like, dude, Mom, you're leaving me behind. But my mom was so embarrassed by me. So, you know what? That was in Fargo. I pushed the fire alarm door. They had the cops come. They had the fire department come. They had everybody come because my mom tried to leave me in a grocery store. You know? But here's the thing, man. I've always been an entertainer. I've always been entertaining. People get on my van. People get on my van all the time, and I entertain for them. Because one, I like to interact with people. I don't like to be quiet. I don't like to not talk. Because sitting there like a deaf mute is not cool. Because nobody takes you serious when you're quiet. But people used to always tell me to shut up. Everybody was like, Jack, shut up. Jack, put candy in your mouth. Jack, eat something. Jack, do this. Jack, shut up. You know why? Because I was always wanting to talk to people, because I wanted to have a conversation with people. I wanted to feel like I mattered. That is why I had conversations with people. It's because, one, I wanted to feel like I mattered. Because sometimes I feel like I am alone in this world, and nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody gives a shit about me. You know? And the thing is that I sit here and I talk about my friends who I really would do anything for. I would do things for a lot of friends, but I can't be there for them all the time, because are they going to be there for me? I mean, it's really hard to carry a casket when there's only one person. Yeah. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my friends or about the people who had my back. You know? But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm never going to get flowers until it's on my funeral. Or until it's my funeral. Because who the fuck's going to ever buy me flowers? God, I love this fucking wind. Every time you drive down the road, man, you always get blowing all over the place because it's so freaking windy all the time. You know, I also say some things about when I first moved into my move, dude. Fuck out of the way. Come on. Really? Come on, dude. Get the fuck out the way. Because I'm in front. I'm going faster than you are. Seriously? Oh my God. You're going to make me ride behind you. Oh my God. I hate when people do this. See, that guy's going faster than you. The fuck? Get the fuck out the way. God, I hate when people do that. Zubail. Come on, dude, move. Okay, in the state of Minnesota, if you're not going faster than 70 miles an hour, get the fuck out the fast lane. God, I hate when people do this. They've never lived in Pittsburgh. Because I'll tell you right now, if you drive in the fast lane and you don't get the fuck over, then their cops are going to arrest your ass. God, I hate when people do this. Really? No, this is stupid. This is how people get fucking killed. Because they fucking drive slower than old people fuck in the fast lane. I hate that shit. Why people fucking do that? God, I fucking hate that shit. No, because they're stupid. Yeah, they're fucking dumb. They sit in the fucking fast lane and they drive slower than old people fuck. Because, see, that's what you do. You get the fuck out the goddamn way when you're going slower than shit. I fucking hate people who do that. They fucking ride in the fucking fast lane like they fucking got a goddamn pair of balls, and then they fucking don't get over. I mean, seriously? I'm sorry. But that's what everybody does in Minnesota. Minnesota, they're like, oh, I pay my fucking taxes so I can be in any fucking lane I want to be in. No! Get the fuck out of the fast lane if you're not passing. The fast lane is used for one thing and one thing only. Passing. God. I don't understand why people do that. It pisses me off. That's the one. Like, you know how I don't like to get mad all the time? I don't like to have problems. But see, that's what irritates me so much. That's what pisses me off so much, is that people ride in the fast lane like they have no fucking goddamn respect or anything for anybody else. You know, when you drive in Minnesota, if you drive in the middle lane on a 3-lane road, it's because you're driving fast enough to go faster than the flow of traffic, but you're also passing semi-trucks because they're going slower than you. But that doesn't mean that you're riding in the fast lane because you're trying to fucking, prove a point. You're also trying to stay away from fucking deer. God, I fucking hate people, man. No, I seriously hate fucking people. I can't stand fucking people. I just can't stand people sometimes. Like, I try to be nice and friendly all the time, but people just irritate the shit out of me sometimes. And it's because they do stupid things, because they just don't have a caring anymore, or they don't have a care anymore for people and for anybody else. Yeah, they just want to fucking be better than everybody else. Another thing that pisses me off in Minnesota. What is up with this thing where people try to pass you all the time and then they exit? It's like they can't be last. It's like they have to be first or they can't be last, you know? It's like the Ricky Bobby thing. It's like, if you ain't first, you're last, you know? So you'll be driving down the road and you'll have a person go around you and then exit. Yeah. If you're gonna exit, slow down and go in the fucking lane. Yes. Decelerate, man. Decelerate, slow the fuck down, and go in the exit lane. The acceleration lane. When you're coming on to an acceleration lane, when you come on to interstate, you need to be fucking going the speed limit. Don't yield. Fucking go. Yes. Because you should be going the speed limit. That's what you should be doing. Yes, you should be doing the speed limit, get on interstate, and go. The last I looked, a yield sign is not a fucking stop sign. And if more and more people would pass on the left, shit would be a lot better. Pass on the left, don't pass on the right. God, I do not understand. I'm not trying to have a problem. I'm just trying to live my life and not die because of stupid people out here who live by the fucking code of, I'm allowed to be an asshole because I pay my fucking taxes. Dude, don't be an asshole. Just fucking have common sense. The world doesn't have any common sense anymore. Common sense went out the fucking window after COVID. They should have given them a common sense 19 vaccination. That's what they should have given them. Not a COVID vaccine, a common sense. Common sense vaccine is what you should have gotten. Because, I mean, people got dumber over the fucking time. They got dumber, they turned out to be a bunch of giant pussies, and everybody just doesn't seem to have any respect for anybody else anymore. They don't have any care for anybody else. They hate people. They just freaking get so mad at everybody even when they're trying to be happy. Me, I'm always trying to be happy. But people just do not use common sense. It just disappears. It goes right out the fucking window with love, respect, and honor. I mean, and I don't care who you voted for. I don't care if you voted for Donald Trump. I don't care if you voted for Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. It doesn't make a damn bit of difference. The world is a world. And if we started being together and living in this world as one, where people start loving each other, the world would be a better place for you and for me. I mean, I just don't understand why people can't figure out things to a common T and go, okay, if I used a little bit of common sense, I would have, been better off. But nobody uses common sense anymore. Everybody just does their own damn thing. They wing it all the time. They put their heart on their sleeve and they wing it. And I'll tell you one thing, today is a windy ass fucking day, man. I bet you the wind is blowing over fucking 500, or I bet you the wind is blowing over 20 miles an hour. Yeah, 35, 40 mile an hour winds, I bet you that's what it's doing. Well, yeah, it feels windy out. But I would tell you right now that it's just another day in paradise, bro. It's another day coming to work and doing what you gotta do and having common sense. I mean, dude, I love coming to work. I love delivering my passengers to the airport. I love seeing people. I love being happy, But I have never in my life have ever thought that, I ever did anything wrong. Because I'm just living my life, going to work and doing what I gotta do, and surviving every day, and then taking off 2 days, because, 2 days is a day that, technically I only have 1 day off, yes, because when I go to work on Friday, which is like today, Fridays right now, I'm gonna go to work at Friday at probably 7 or 8 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'm going to work until Saturday morning until 4 in the afternoon. So I'm going to go to sleep for 4 hours, and then I'll be getting up in the middle of the afternoon on Saturday, which is going to be, the whole day pretty much shot, because then I'm going to go up to B-Dubs and Buffalo Wild Wings for Minnesota After Dark at 8 o'clock. So that means I got 8 hours to fucking do something, to make my life better, And then I have all day Sunday to do what I want to do for myself, which is either hang out with Mama, who does my braids for me, or do stuff around the house for myself. But I don't have any problem with anybody, man. I really don't. I love all kinds of people. I don't hate people. I don't dislike people. I am a person who tries to get along with everybody. And the reasoning why is because life's too short. Yes, life's too short to worry about what people think of you, to worry about what people, why people hate you. I mean, like it was when the first day I moved into my apartment. The girl that lives across from me, Delana. She's a girl that lives across from me. Really nice girl, pretty as could be, beautiful body, great girl. I saw her, I said hi to her, and then I told her who I was. I said if she ever needed anything, she could ask me. She could talk to me. I wasn't asking, I didn't say, oh yeah, I want to open your legs and eat your shit and eat you out and bang you. No, I said if you needed anything, just give me a call or knock on my door. Basically being the nice guy in the house, in the apartment. Being me. And she goes, I have a boyfriend. Well, okay, you have a boyfriend. Good for fucking you. I'm so glad you have a fucking boyfriend. Do I really give a flying fuck? No. I don't care if you have a fucking boyfriend. I don't care if you have a 3-foot fucking dildo and you ride that motherfucker into the sunset all day long. I hope you have fun with him. I'm just telling you that if you ever need anything, like the day you got your Scentbird shit stolen from you, and who was the nice guy to give you $40 or $60 to go out and buy yourself something? Because I was being nice. Yeah. But you can tell me to go fuck myself. You can tell me to do whatever. I don't care. I'm just trying to be a nice guy. Because I don't understand why a nice guy gets thrown under the bus by all these fucking bitches out here. And then, a long time ago, there was a girl named Jill. She was on Facebook. Her name's like Luca, some shit like that. Okay? I met her. Yeah, I met her. She and I started talking. I accidentally sent her a picture of my junk one day. Because this was back when I was, I don't know, getting into porn and trying to be a porn star. I sent her a picture by accident. It was on Messenger. Because I don't know why I was even taking pictures of my junk, which I don't do anymore. Because I don't do it anymore because it's stupid. It's fucking dumb. It is. It's fucking dumb. So I sent her a message. And now she acts like she doesn't know me. But she sees me in the mall all the time. And she acts like I'm just she acts like I'm just a guy who's like another asshole. Well, yeah, I accidentally sent her a picture of my junk. I didn't mean to send it to her. And I even told her that. I said, I'm sorry. I deleted the message. Yes, I got rid of the message. I told her I was sorry. And she stopped talking to me because she thought that I was one of those kind of guys. And I like, you know what? I am not trying to be one of those kind of guys. I accidentally sent you a picture. And I'm very effing sorry. Okay? But that doesn't mean that you can go around and sit here and act like I am just, like you just don't like me. So don't go around and tell people shit that isn't true. It's just like these bastards on St. Cloud Shittiest. St. Cloud Shittiest is a place where they post cars or stuff like that. So there's a kid on there. I have his information, and I don't really care who his name is. I don't really give a shit about him anymore. But this kid, I think his name's Troy Adams or something, or Troy somebody or whatever. He went around and told people that I was a pedophile. He told people that I was this, and this. And, it's been going around for a while now. But I'm supposed to just let it go off my shoulders? I'm supposed to just let it drop? But here's the thing, man. I can't let something like that drop when I play a Santa Claus. Okay? When I'm around kids and somebody calls me a pedophile, gee, let me think how that's going to go over when you're around kids. Not very good. No, it's not, dude. So I messaged this guy. I said, hey, can you please take down your post about me calling me a pedophile and calling me stuff that isn't true? Because if you don't take that shit down, it's going to ruin my reputation as a Santa Claus, and it's going to ruin my reputation in the town of St. Cloud. Because I live there and I work there. And I want you to take it down. I never heard a damn thing back. The guy blocked me. Or the guy stopped me from sending him a message. So I got a friend request from him the other day. It came up as a suggestion. As a friend request. I'm not going to send this guy a friend request. No. I want to talk to this guy. I want to basically ask him why he did it. Why he posted something about me that he knows nothing about. But I'm not allowed to do that. I gotta let it go off my shoulders. That's the same thing that Mike told me from Minnesota After Dark. He's like, just let it go off your shoulders, bro. Just let it go down. But it bothers me. It sits in my brain at the pit of my head, and it bothers me. But you want to know something? Fine. I'm going to continue to keep going to Minnesota After Dark meets. And, Tristan, who's my barber, even said to me that he knew something, and that he talked to another guy from a group called NextX, which is a car group that knows a guy, his name's Joey, who posted stuff about me and Tristan on the group. But it's all supposedly water under the bridge now, so it's supposed to be left under the bridge, and we're just leaving it at that. Who fucking knows? I don't care. I just don't like it when people say stuff about somebody that they don't know anything about. I mean, that's like fucking around and finding out, but the thing is I'm just going to let it go. I don't really care anymore, because you know what? I'm just trying to be myself. I'm trying to be me. I know who I am, and if you guys watch these videos, you're going to get to know who I am. Because, I do go public. Yeah. I don't do private, because the reasoning is because, one, I want people to know who I am. Yeah. I mean, what do I got to hide? I'm not a celebrity. No. I'm just an everyday guy who lives in St. Cloud, who enjoys his life. Who's basically trying to kick the porn habit and get rid of it and get it out of his life, because he doesn't need that. He just wants to be himself. He just wants to live his life. Write his book that he did and live his life. That's all I want to do. Yes, I have a graphic novel that I wrote. It's called the Jaxamous the Berserker Story. It's all about me and what my life was like in the early beginning. Because sometimes I feel like I had an out-of-body experience, and I was back in the Viking times. I was a Viking. And I feel like I lived that life. But then I jumped through a time warp, and I came through a time warp, and I was a time traveler. Yes, people think I'm nuts. People think I'm weird. But the thing is that, look, I believe that there is a thin line between love and hate. And every time you go out and prove that you're better than somebody, something happens. Because you just have to believe in yourself. That's what you have to do. You have to believe in yourself. But nobody ever wants to believe in you, because you got to believe in yourself first. And now I saw something on TV. After all this years, finally Duck Dynasty's coming back out on TV. But why is that? Why are they coming back on TV? Did they just, realize to themselves that they were missed by their fans and people think that they're awesome? Because I thought they were awesome. I thought they were a great group of family members, Yeah, I thought the Robertsons were cool. Yes. But I've just never understood why things happened the way that they did, I just don't understand why things go the way it goes. But, that's okay. They can have their revival show and bring it back. Because that's cool as hell. Yes. Oh, this wind is amazing. Oh, God. Like two sparrows in a hurricane. That's what I feel like right now. I feel like a sparrow in a hurricane right now. Well, yeah, because I'm being blown. I've been blowing hard. I mean, this is the hardest I've ever been blown. I've never been blown like this. But, one of the things that I've been saying in my life is that, I've never asked for much, and just things to start going and working their way for me would be just so awesome. That would be just the most epic thing in the world, is for something to start working out for me. Yes. Yeah, it would be. Because that's what I want, is for things to start working out, is for things to start going my way. Because if they would start going my way and things would be, better for me, I would have fun with that. I find it so funny that, like, the day before I get paid, I get a thing on my Instagram thing that says, if you watch this video, you will get money into your account. And if you want to share this, put share and affirm by saying amen. And then all of a sudden I get paid on Thursday. That's not how it works. I would rather win the lottery or something, But yes, I understand that, there's a God up there, and He's trying to bless me, and He's trying to tell me, Jack, I love you, and I care about you, and everything about it is, it just takes time, I guess, and someday it'll happen, but I just don't know when, I really just don't know when. It's just one of those things that's going to happen. But, every day life changes. Something happens, things change, and, things start to go downhill. But you can be in control of your life, but you're not in control of what happens in your life. Like, when your time comes, when your light goes out, it's the way it is. And I mean, like, to this day, I still am down because, one of the greatest guys that I have ever talked, or not, I didn't talk to, but one of the greatest guys that I ever, listened to and was a part of was Chester Bennington. One of the guys from Linkin Park, the lead singer. He was a great inspirational person, and the day he committed suicide, a lot of people, a lot of fans just thought, why? you know. But there are people who talk about suicide, who talk about, you know, going down that path and, you know, feeling like they don't matter, you know. And sometimes that's me. I sometimes wonder if I was to just take my light and turn it out, you know, by, you know, doing something and killing myself or something, would anybody really care if I was gone? But, you know, I've said this 1,000 times in other videos, and I've said this all the time, and the people who say things, they're like, yeah, Jack, if you were to do something, you know, yeah, I'd miss you. But then you wonder, after everything's all said and done, people would mourn that you were gone, and then they'd go back to living their life. They wouldn't actually really, you know, they wouldn't actually really miss you at all. No. Because the thing is that when you're gone, they'll mourn you, and then after it's all said and done, they'll go back to living their lives. And I noticed that, yes, I noticed that with Dustin. And I know that sounds really evil, and that sounds really wrong, but there are some people who don't even care that Dustin's gone. But here's me, a person who misses Dustin every day. You know, a person who says, hey, you know, it really does suck that Dustin's gone. But see, I wouldn't be seeing Dustin right now, because Dustin would probably be in Virginia and I'd be here. So I would never see him, because he'd never come to North Dakota or Minnesota. He'd never come here. No, I never would. Because who even comes to North Dakota? I mean, are Jake and Jordan going to pack up everything and come to North Dakota, Minnesota to see me? No, it's too fucking cold for them here. They'll only show up in the summertime when it's 90 degrees outside, 90 to 80 degrees outside. Yeah, then it's fine to come see Jack. But I would, at a drop of a hat, I'd be there for them. If I had time off, if I had the money to do it, if I had everything to go and do it right on that one moment, I'd be there faster than you could shake a stick. Because that's the reason. That's what I do. I'm the glue in everybody's life. I'm the big fat glue stick. As I get to my final thought tonight, guys, or final thought this morning, I just want to tell you one thing, that if I have never told you this, I love you. And if you don't believe me, then you don't fucking know me very well. But I will tell you right now that I would give my left nut, right nut, my ventricle, my heart, everything to my friends. But I don't know how many people would ever say that back to me. The one thing that you have to understand, the one thing that you have to know and show and love and go, is tell you that, hey, the world is a great place. The world is your oyster. Crack it, eat what's inside, and freaking just take every day like there's a pearl in there. Because once a pearl is in there, you can turn that pearl in and make some money. Get some gold. Be happy. Live your life. Live your life to the fullest. Don't let anybody ever tell you that your life sucks. Because it doesn't. So, take those positive words of wisdom today and go very far. Because you know what? You're good enough. You're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. Because if they don't, I do. And I don't even know you. But I hope I get to meet you someday. So, as I go into my sleep for, you know, the 12 hours until I work again, I just want to say I love you guys and have a great morning. And I'll talk to you later. All right. Love you.